Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to The String Theorist. Make sure you like and subscribe because today we're going to be talking about Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas Cabin Fever. Now, I watched this movie yesterday and I didn't even realize how many Tchaikovsky references are in the music to the soundtrack. Now, the soundtrack can be found online and for this video, am reviewing the soundtrack titled Rodrick's Theory, but this is the part in the movie where Rodrick is in Greg Heffley's room because he has a suspicion that Greg Heffley was involved in the snowball incident. And because Rodrick has to stay in his room because of the flood incident, now things are getting really complicated. But this soundtrack, you'll want to, for this review, look up the actual soundtrack to this movie, which can be found online, because when you're watching the movie on Disney Plus, there are extra characters talking, different sound effects happening, so the music is ducked down a little bit, so it's not as easy to see the classical references. But when you actually look at the soundtrack, omitting all of the sound effects, omitting all of the other characterizations, then you can hear the music. Now, in the beginning of this track, the music presents a warning as Rodrick is slowly revealing his theory to his brother. And you'll hear the electric guitar part go. Right? A very rocky kind of passage. But did you notice what's happening while that guitar part is going? There's a part with bells, if you hear a little bit, and it goes. Now, that's the beginning of the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, where it goes, and we all know this. And I have my Christmas lights on, by the way. But while it being Christmas, we all have heard this so many times. But there's a segment of it in the beginning of this track. So because there's a segment and because it's not exactly on the downbeat, while this electric guitar part is playing, it's really a hidden Tchaikovsky theme within this track. Now, if we go into 1 minute into the track, you'll see like there's an electric guitar part that goes like this, while there's different children like humming, and then there's an electric guitar part that goes like that. But you can hear the same rhythm in the Dance of the Reed flutes. Dun 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 dun. So we have heard that a lot too in Christmas, and that's a very famous passage. So this teasing kind of passage and the playfulness, as well as the same key of the Dance of the Reed flutes, the whole essence of this piece can be heard, except for the notes, in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid soundtrack, Rodrick's Theory, in the 20th track. So the composer here is including this Tchaikovsky theme. Yet there's one other Tchaikovsky theme. Actually, it is in the part where there are double stops. And remember the part when Rodrick was talking about the two criminals in his imagination. He imagined Greg Heffley and his friend playing in a snowball fight with each other. But then he imagined two other characters that were very mischievous and very old-looking compared to these children. And when the old characters, when they were involved in a crime with each other, they high-fived each other because they were like, way to go. But while they were high-fiving, did you pick up this electric guitar double stop riff? That riff is also a reference to Tchaikovsky's Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, because dun 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 dun, which that portion slows down in the middle of that Tchaikovsky track. So again, There are so many Tchaikovsky references. Who would have known that there are so many Tchaikovsky references in this movie? In just one of the movie tracks, classical music plays such a huge role in modern day movies, whether these references are obvious or not. Well, that's it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Merry Christmas.